Okay, hi everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be going through a presentation about our amazing products and also about our amazing company. Now, this is, we titled this presentation, Why Hemohim Will Be a Household Name. And we've had so much positive results from our customers with Hemohim that we just have to keep sharing it. And so I'm glad that you can join us for this webinar today. My name is Rita Ashin, and I am a nana. I have 7 mokos, that's grandchildren. I also have 6 adult children, and my youngest child has autism. So I'm an autism mom. I've been doing a lot of online sales over the years. I've been a presenter for a previous networking company where I also taught a lot about blockchain and cryptocurrency. I've been lately, in the last few years, I've been doing a lot of digital design work and it helped me build my websites. And I'm also a qualified real estate agent and auctioneer in the state of Queensland. And most recently, and by far my favorite, has been a health and wellness distributor with my role in Atomy and these amazing products. And in Atomy, I have gained what they call sales master, which is a way that you progress as a distributor, and you'll learn more about that toward the end of our presentation. But just going through the disclaimer, you are going to see some before and after pictures. You're going to hear some stories and testimonials about people that we personally know and have spoken to. Now, I just want to let you know that these are their real experiences, right? Shared by real people. But everybody's body is different, and so the results may vary. So what may happen for them are not guaranteed to happen for you. So all we can suggest is that you listen to your body, and if you have any health concerns, please consult your healthcare professional before starting any new supplement or any new kind of health regime. So we're going to start with a video, a testimonial from a couple in the USA.
First, I would like to say to God be the glory. We cannot sleep for almost 8 months after we lost our second born child. Now, another thing come on our life. The following week, back to the doctor office. On June 2016, my wife was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. He said to my wife, "Young lady, what are you doing with your body?" I was very upset. "What are you doing with your body? There is nothing we can do to save your life." I said, "Okay, let's go. God is always in control." 4 days later, we heard about a supplement named Hemohim. Same day, Pastor Will came to my house with friends Lendo. Is Jackie and Doris me? Jackie? Okay, we're gonna try. They share the Hemohim, omega-3, and vitamin C. Guess what? It's work. My wife and I cannot sleep for over 12 months. And then when I watch my wife sleeping, I was very scared. I wake her up. "Oh, baby, please let me sleep." But after a few hours, she said, "Okay, baby, you know what? Today you can go to work." "Are you sure I can go to work today?" She said, "Yes." Okay, I go to work. When I came home, I saw the entire house is clean. When I went upstairs, everything, wow. I said, what's going on? Who come to clean the house for you? "Oh, look at the kitchen. She even cooked that day." Yeah. Other two things, especially Mr. Park and his staff member working very hard to give us one of the best gifts in our life, which is Atomy. Thank you. May God bless you all.
Now, wasn't that an amazing story and testimonial from this couple from the USA? So they started out as customers, and eventually, because the products worked so well for them, they became distributors. Now, we have our own testimonials right here in Ashin as well, Peter Pitingalu, and he also turned into a distributor because he is a believer of the products after this amazing transformation just in this year. You can see his before photo. Peter has lost a lot of weight, and these were his issues. He had fatigue. His wife gave me a list of these. She said that he was always sleeping, even to the point where he was nodding off while he was driving. So he definitely had sleeping disorders. He also had frozen shoulders. He had constipation. And she said that he had a very high sugar intake, so high, for example, that Peter would drink a 2 liter Coke or some sort of fizzy drink, but 5 to 6 of those 2 liters per day. So a lot of sugar. And also, if he was having a hot drink, Peter would drink his coffee or his tea with 6 tablespoons of sugar. And so that is, I know that I have 1 to 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons, and maybe two in a huge cup like this. But that is definitely an addiction to sugar. And he also was constantly snacking, so always hungry, never full. And she said that he also had gout. But now that Peter had found Hemohim and some other products, this is his results. So Peter has no more frozen shoulders. He was using for that Hemohim and Noni, and also the products called the ethereal patches. So they're like a plaster, but they can be cut to any size. And you just put them on your body where you feel the pain. His sugar intake has dropped. So those fizzy drinks that he used to drink every day, he drinks about perhaps 1 bottle, but for the whole week. So that craving for sugar has definitely stopped. He's been drinking a lot of water now, and the constipation is gone. So he's regularly going to the loo every single day. He's a lot more active than he was, and you can see that just by looking at the results of him in the second picture, where he proudly shows how far he's come from his before photo. And also, he's gout free. So, Peter has had some excellent results. We're just so happy and so proud of Peter. Now, we'll go next to Tupe. Now, this is Peter's wife. Now, Tupu said that her issues were that she was partially blind in her right eye. And she said that that was due to her diabetes. She said that she had, and there was, this meant she had to stand on her feet every single day. And she said that when she came home, her feet were so sore. She would only get 1 to 2 hours sleep a night because of the pain. Her legs were also swollen. She had a lot of bloating. She had very dry skin and a lot of hay fever as well. So with Tupi, after Tupi was taking Hemohim, Noni, and some other products that we have, she says that her results, that her vision is now improved, so she can see things out of her right eye. So means her diabetes has improved. Her arthritis, the pain that she had, where she couldn't wear any kind of covered shoes, she can now wear covered shoes. And in her after photo, you can see her proudly talking about her results, and she's wearing high heel shoes, which she couldn't even do that before because of the pain in her legs and her feet. So she has no more swelling on her legs. Her hay fever has gone as well, and she said that the texture and the suppleness of her skin has greatly improved. So wonderful results for Tupat. Now we're going to push on to the next person, who is me. Now, I had a lot of issues. I had high blood pressure. My heart highest being 220 over 130, where my family wanted me to go to the hospital. But the pressure that I was feeling, I was under a lot of stress at the real estate agency, had a lot of staff and a lot of legal documents. That's where my high blood pressure came from. I had high cholesterol. I had edema in my feet, so a lot of swelling there, swelling in my hands. And in the red picture, you can see that I had psoriasis. If you look at the scalp, it's very white. And I actually thought that it was dandruff, but one of the senior hairdressers told me that this is not dandruff, it's actually psoriasis. And I had this all over my scalp. And honestly, nothing I tried, and I tried all of the remedies, everything in the supermarket, everything online to try to keep the dandruff in control because I was a presenter. And so a lot of the times I wore dark jackets, black and blue, and I would always have all of the snow all over my, my garments. And a lot of my friends would always brush me down just before I went out on stage. So for me, that psoriasis, that dandruff was a real issue, and I just couldn't get over it. I was always fatigued. I was tired all the time. And like Peter, I was always hungry, snacking all the time, felt that I was never full. And my body had lots of aches and pains. And I can happily say now that I've lost over 20 kilos, but the pain has gone. So the quality of my life has improved. My blood pressure is normal. On average, it's around about 140 over 80 plus or minus. So a massive drop in my blood pressure levels. And also, the swelling has gone down in my feet, my hands. And again, like two pair, now I can wear the shoes that I couldn't before because of the swelling. My scalp psoriasis, in the second picture of me wearing the red dress, you can see that not only has the psoriasis cleared, the white dandruff looking pieces have all disappeared, and also the color of my skin has changed. So that darkness definitely on my neck did show that there are some serious issues under the hood, right? My fatigue is gone, so I've got so much more energy. And the hunger is definitely under control. And I believe it's because the products that we're taking, they are very good at also removing parasites. And I believe that that is why I was constantly hungry all the time. Now, this is Vi Menino, and Vi is from our Melbourne group, and Vi had some serious issues too. She, like myself, had aches and pains all over her body. But Vi was so serious because she could barely walk. Her joints were aching so badly. She had pins and needles, and she could not even close her hands. So how I can make a fist like this? Poor Vi Menino couldn't even close her hands, and her daughter had to help her do her hair. So just those little things that we take for granted, but when our body starts to change, then all of these little things that we're so used to doing, they stop becoming a habit for us and they become a real issue for us to do the most simplest things. So I'm so happy to say that now Vi is, she's got her life back. The aches and pains have all but disappeared. I've seen her jumping up and down. I've seen her exercising. I've seen her do so many more active things, and she can close her fists now. So all of those things have been improved for by after she took our amazing supplement, Hemohim and others. And now Si'i lives close to me. We're very close friends. And Si'i had some issues, and she was the first one that I shared Hemohim with after I, experienced it myself. Now, Si'i, she had, at the time I shared it with her, she had a constant cough. And so I knew that this may help her. She has shortness of breath, fatty liver, and elevated liver. She had sore knees. She was experiencing hair loss, and she used to complain that her hair was so brittle that sometimes it would even snap. And so, as a woman, our hair is our crowning glory, and we do everything we can to make sure that our hair is well. That is why the hairdressers are always full, right? And also, Si'i had a lot of aching joints. Now, I'm going to bring Si'i on so she can explain how the products have helped her to improve. And she's also going to share some customer testimonials because Si'i is an amazing customer turned distributor. She knew how wonderful the products were and she went ahead and shared them with others. But Si'i I'll let her come on and explain um, her story and her journey with Hemohim.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much, Rita, for the invitation. I'd like to introduce myself to those who don't know me. I'm CE Teo, and I live here in Brisbane. I'm a nana of 11 mokos. I've got 7 kids. They're all grown up now, and they're all gone and have their own families. And as well as a full-time entrepreneur, I'm excited to also help so many people in whatever business I'm involved with. I'm also a human services. I've got a background in human services and criminology justice, and I'm a health and wellness distributor. And also, I'm excited to also be an Atomy sales manager. Okay, before I go any further, my journey starts in March this year. I think it was 3 weeks. In the 3 weeks of March, that's when I joined. As Rita mentioned before, I was suffering from coughing. I was coughing so much that yeah, I was coughing so much that I end up like I couldn't breathe properly. And as you heard me the other night when I was sharing my testimony, that um, I'm not a. I was feeling so tired most of the times. I couldn't get up in the mornings. I was struggling to stand up to even do anything. I was lazy. I was not feeling the energy. Um, my me being involved in so many things, like running around after almost everybody in my family, looking after my brother. He was sick. He had a stroke in New Zealand, so I left my family 4 months to go and take care of him, and as well as, looking after my neighbor and all other things that I was involved with. And my health was not up to scratch. So, yeah, it's until I went to the doctor and I got the result that, I do have, um, a fatty liver, elevated liver. My shortness of breath is because, as you can see here with the picture on the left, I was eating a lot, like been going to the fridge at night, late times of the night. I'll be up and going again. I was always hungry. And not only that, I love sweets. I love my mocktails is my favorite. So not knowing that also I had some parasites. So having been introduced to Hemohim, it really is a lifesaver for me. From Hemohim, I experienced the first night. The very next day, I've noticed that I got up early. I didn't struggle to stand up. And not only that, like I was full of energy that sometimes I stay up late, but to be honest with you guys, like this Hemohim product is so amazing that I've shared it to so many of my friends, especially by Manino is the very first one I shared it to, because I also see her going through some health challenges. But for me, the Hemohim, the noni as well. Oh man, I love the noni. The ingredients that are in the noni, it's good for inflammation. And I've lost about, 17 kilos since I was introduced to Hemohim and Noni and all the other products. Um, the fact is that it's really giving me the health, restoring my wellness back. And that's what really I wanted to do, is to help share to all of those people of our community to also who for those who are also facing health challenges. I am so grateful for these products because I've seen people who have improved their lives. Not only that, those who have got very severe cases, those with cancer, those with kidney failures, and yeah, they've experienced the product and they've come back to me and said, this is amazing. I've noticed and I've recognized it, like, the issues that they've been through, and now they that they're feeling a lot better. And I know it also that people that I've helped, they've come in, they make an account, and then they go away. But 4 months later they come back because they believe I never ever stop sharing. So they see me on Facebook Live all the time, and some of my sisters in Atomy, we always up there on Facebook and share this opportunity for those who are really seeking for something to help them regain their health back. So my journey will not going to stop here. I am going to continue, and this is my forever product. It's my forever company with all of you sisters who are here. Um, yeah, it is a gift. Atomy is a gift in my life, and for me to be able to help so many people and yet there's still many people who hasn't even heard about us. So that's my testimony. Thank you, Rita.
Oh, thank you so much, Si'i. That was just wonderful to hear about your journey so far. And, it's only been several months, so we've got so much more excitement and so many more people to help. So I'll move on to the next slide. Now, this is Rachel. I've done I had the pleasure of interviewing Rachel a couple of times. I even went to Melbourne and I saw her in person, and she had some really severe issues. She had a stomach. I can only explain it as like a growth or an ulcer, but she had it in the one of this, on the side of her stomach, where it was so painful that she couldn't sleep on that side. And she said that she'd had that growth for about 19 years. She remembers having it after she had her son, who was the same age. Now, Rachel said that just, recently this year, she could feel it was a bit more painful, like stabbing pains. And she was going in and out of hospital. She works at the hospital too, so she's a healthcare worker. And so she said that she not only works there, but she's also going there for all of her diagnosis. So she felt that she was living at the hospital. She said that she had gallstones. She had an issue with the thinning of the lining that was out on the outside of her heart, which the doctors were worried about because they said that that lining, when it becomes thin, it can let liquid in and become a real issue for her. She also was diagnosed with breast cancer 5 years earlier, and she could feel that the cancer was coming back, and then that was confirmed. So her sister, Senua, was really worried about her, and Senua knew about the product called Hemohim and how powerful it can be, really good for immunity. So she shared the Hemohim with Rachel. And first of all, Rachel did say that she said, "Oh, another product." So I'm sure that, when you have health issues, people are always trying to help you with something. And at the end, she ended up saying, "You know what, I will take it." So Rachel took Hemohim, and she also took another product called Noni, which you'll see about soon. But she took these two to begin with. Now, she said that 3 days after taking both of the products, the pain that she had experienced for 19 years actually stopped. So that in itself, she was so happy with that because she was so unwell that she said that she was actually saying goodbye to her family because she really thought she was going to die. And, I can't imagine how that must feel when you feel so much despair that your body is just not doing what you want. Your body is getting worse and worse. And, you all you can think of is that, you better say goodbye now before you don't see your loved ones again. So just 3 days, that incredible result for her. And then she also said that within a few weeks, she went back to go and have results of her heart test. And the doctors said to her, you've got some great news, Rachel. The lining of your heart, the thickness of it has doubled, so this was amazing. And then she went, maybe a month later, she went to go and check up the results of her breast cancer. And this is when they said to her, Rachel, what are you doing? And she said, why? And they said, because we cannot find one breast cancer cell, one cancer cell. You are cancer free. So these were amazing results for Rachel. She's also shared the products with family members as well. And she tells a story of her mom that also takes Noni. And her mom has really bad memory, like dementia. And when people come to visit her mom, she normally needs to ask who you are. What's your name? Who are you? Even if they could be someone she knows very well. And after her mom's been taking Noni, when people come to visit her, she greets them and she knows their name. So just amazing things that these plant-based products are doing for our members. And I want to play this video for you, just a couple of minutes, another cancer testimonial.
Ana, talofa lava. Hello to our English speaking as well. Yes, I introduced the products to my cousin Rita because my daughter had leukemia. She was diagnosed with leukemia last year in July. The 25th of July, she was diagnosed. And so she did all the chemo and everything because we had no choice. February this year, my girlfriend came up from Melbourne, hadn't seen her for 5 years. She moved there after when COVID hit. But she came up and she texted me. She said, "Oh, can I come and see you?" I said, "Sure, come." So she came and we talked. And then I said to her, because I've been sharing about Victoria, I just said to her, "Oh, my daughter was diagnosed, blah, blah, blah." And she was shocked. And she said, and I prayed 2 days before. I said, "Lord, I can't have my daughter being on chemo." My heart was just like, "Please, Lord, bring something. And then that's when my friend came and she said to me, "I have these products in my car for cancer." And I said, "Bring it in." So she brought it in and my daughter was home and she showed us the Hemohim, all of them, the Hemohim, the Noni, the vitamin C. She was already on vitamin C, but when I looked at this one was plant-based, so I put her on all four with the probiotics, four of them. The next day, no word of a lie, the next morning, she said, "Mum, I don't feel like I feel like I got energy. I don't feel sick," because she was always either nauseous or she was no energy to do anything. She's got two babies and 4 and 2. And so I gave up work for 8 months to look after her. So I went back when she started on these products. From then till now, till about 6 weeks ago, I think it was the 16th of June, April, May. She was all clear. The doctors had given her the all clear. She had, her leukemia was acute myeloid. So her one is like, it's not an easy one to, it's a flip 3, they call it, and it mutates. So they may fix one thing, but it may mutate to something else. But she's had a second appointment at the hospital, and they've said she's clear and she's normal. Okay, that's her story. So from then to today, my daughter's back doing what she normally does. She's doing teacher's aid, so she's out there exercising. We changed the way she eats and the way we eat because she moved back with us. But I tell you what, this has been a godsend, this product. So when I got it, I just started spreading it. I just looked at the products and I went, "This is from God. This product is from God," because my daughter is no longer ill. I might try and get her in here to say hi before we finish. Ana, talofa lava. Hello to our.
So that was how I found out about Hemohim, was because my cousin had experienced it with her daughter who had leukemia. And I'm so glad that she was, shared it with me, because it has absolutely changed my life. and the lives of others. And we will always talk about the person who shared it with us, because these kinds of products, you will never find these kinds of products advertised. So that's why when people talk about, hearing about Hemohim, they'll always tell you the first time that they heard about it. Now, let me just zone in a bit more to Hemohim. And looking at the name, Hemohim, the name itself, hemo is a base word for blood. And it's also, in this case, short for hematopoiesis, right? The HIM as well is what we call a mnemonic. So it has, like Roy G. Biver for the colors of the rainbow. Well, the H means something. It's hematopoiesis, and that's where the blood is made in the bone marrow. And so this is where the herbs that the Hemohim is made from, they nurture the body right in the bone marrow, so the body can produce very, very strong new blood cells. Now, the I is for immunity. So this is the immunity. It strengthens your immune defenses. And when people have cancer and a raft of other health issues, normally their immunity is very weak, and that is the white blood cells. And modulation is the body balancing to be able to balance the immune response. So you don't give it too much immunity, right? And you don't give it immunity sparsely. What Hemohim does is it knows how to give the right immunity at the right time so your body doesn't wear out. So that is the amazing thing about Hemohim. You can, in the middle picture, you can see a glass. It is a brown liquid, and I can only explain to you that it tastes a bit like unsweetened coffee. And after about the second day, so very bitter to begin with, but after the second day, you begin to really love the taste, especially when you're feeling so great after taking it. So it activates your NK cells. That's what we call the natural killer cells. Now, we all have NK cells, but the problem is sometimes they sit in our body and they're just lounging around there like, like a bad boarder in your house. They're not doing their job. And so what Hemohim does is it shoves that NK cell and it wakes it up and it reminds it, hey, you've got a job to do and you need to do it. So sometimes, even though we have cells in our body that can do the job, sometimes they're just snoozing on the job. It also boosts our immune cells, so it strengthens all the cells so they're ready to fight any dangers that come into our body. And it creates cytokines. Now, this improves the communication, right, and the coordination in your body for your cells to really talk to each other. So Hemohim, amazing product. Let's push on to the next slide. It is made by 3 very powerful herbs. You can see the picture on the right-hand side. Angelica, Korean Angelica, Gingas, I know, Conidium officinale, and Painio. Now, these are 3 very, very powerful herbs, and it's very exciting because we're going to see how it was made. But this is what it does. It strengthens your immunity, like I also said. And for me, it increased my energy. I was very lethargic. And I noticed the very next day, my energy just shot up. So I was very happy because I've got so much things to do, so many grandchildren to run after. It supports your white blood cells. Now, your white blood cells are very important because they're your immunity, right? And of there are several different kinds of white blood cells. For me, there was a specific white blood cell whose function is to kill parasites. And I know for me that was apparent because I know that I killed parasites in my body. I saw them, when I went to the bathroom, and I also felt so much differently in the habits of what I was eating. I didn't eat so much sugar. I wasn't craving. There's no more craving at night, no more midnight snacks for me anymore. And so I'm really happy that it boosted the white blood cells because one of those is a parasite killer. It promotes recovery, so excellent for people who are doing sports. It reduces your oxidative stress. Now, oxidative stress is when you're feeling stress, you're actually hurting your cells. And when you stress out, you kind of emit sparks in your body. You don't know this, but When you're upset, you emit sparks in your body, and those sparks actually hurt the cells. You hurt your own cells. So that's why they say, try not to be so stressed, because when you are, this is what you do to yourself. So it helps you there. It also improves your circulation, your blood circulation. And you can see from all those before and after photos, many of us lost weight, pretty much all of us. But the thing is, none of us set out to lose weight. That was not what we wanted to do. Our issues were weight as well, but our issues were more than that. Most of us had very, very serious issues where losing weight was the last thing on our list. But you can see that our circulation improved so well that many of us just shed the kilos unknowingly. It eased inflammation, even for myself. My face was very round. I had a lot of inflammation in my face and even on my forehead. It supports liver health, enhances your vitality, and we need that, especially running after all our, not just our day-to-day things that we need to do, shopping, washing, cooking, cleaning. A lot of us have got grandchildren, we've got muckles. We need to keep up our strength and our energy. And it's also a trusted supplement for cancer support. So let me tell you how this was created. It was created by scientists in a company called KRI. Now, KRI is short for Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute. It's a government institute, and these scientists worked around a lot of radiation, hence the word atomic, right? And the thing is, their scientists were dying, so they needed to make some sort of formulation, because of their expertise, they're able to do that. Some sort of formulation that would really help to support their own staff's immunity. And this is where Hemohim came 16 years ago. So very excited about the product, but they made it, but they don't mass produce it. So the people who produce it for all of us around the globe is a company called Colmar B&H. Now, Colmar B&H have been in business for since the 1940s, and they do many popular brands that you can see here. They do not only Atomy, but they do brands like Sephora, brands like Yves Saint Laurent. So many brands, not just ours. And they are based in Korea. They are known for producing high quality health and beauty supplements, and they're world class. They are certified as a GMP facilities, which means good manufacturing processes. So that's like a seal of approval, and one that a lot of manufacturing companies try to get. So excellent for us to have them as our manufacturing. And now the product Hemohim, along with Noni and many others, are only distributed by Atomy. So Atomy is the only company. You won't find it in the supermarket. You won't find it online in another website. It's only through Atomy and Atomy distributors. So it's the exclusive global distributor for Hemohim especially. And you can use, you can go onto online platforms, just like a shopping plaza, and that's how we get it. But you know what? I have put the spotlight on these two products, but there are so many more products. The company did start off with just the Hemohim and a box of skincare, but they have increased their offerings by about 500 different products, which include our trusted Noni. Noni is like a healing tonic. It supports your energy, your immunity, your joints, even your mood. So this is really perfect for those of us who have busy lives. And it is also a very delicious drink. Now, many people complain that Noni tastes terrible, but not ours. They have a wonderful formulation and also add something like a coconut sugar in it, so it's perfect on the palate. Now, Atomy Organic Noni, these are its benefits. It helps to boost your immune response. It's a powerful antioxidant. Now, the antioxidant is what you need for those sparks. Remember those sparks I told you about, the oxidative stress? When you have an antioxidant, it helps to negate that. So you've got a spark, you need antioxidants, right? So then it can protect the cells. It also helps with your joint health. It was really good for my feet that used to be, always aches and pains. It increases your energy. It promotes your heart health, improves your skin health, reduces your stress, improves your mood, So if you have anyone grumpy, you know what? They probably need a little bit of noni every single day. It helps to detoxify your body and is very rich in nutrients. And we have so many other products. And because this is recorded, you can just pause it on the slides and you can, in your own time, have a look at the great things that each product does for you. We've got vitamin C as well. I've got it right here with me. Here's the box here. People think it's just for colds, but it's actually for beauty as well. It helps your skin. It's actually for your energy, your immunity, and it's an anti-aging powerhouse. So vitamin C, my daughter also studies homeopathy. She said it also takes out the trash, right? So it helps you also when you're eating. I always take it after a meal because only vitamin C can help your body to absorb the iron that's in the food. And a lot of us are iron deficient, but not me, guys. So taking vitamin C is crucial after your meal so you can absorb the iron in the food that you just consumed. And it also helps to create collagen, so really great for the skin, ladies. So that's vitamin C. Our Atomy biotics, and I have that here. Now, it's not only for your gut, but I'll tell you a fact that you may not know, but you know, this has got good bacteria in it. And our body has 90% of our body is bacteria, right? Our cells is bacteria. We're really only 10% human. And a lot of people don't like it when I tell them that. But of that 90% bacteria that we are, 90% of that 90% is in our stomach, is in our gut. So this is where it's really crucial for us to include biotics in our stomach because this is where all the danger lies. Right, so Atomy Biotics sourced from the best biotics creators in the world from Germany. It has about 13 different strains, including a prebiotic, which is to help feed the probiotic. So it's not only for gut issues, it supports your whole body from your immunity to your mood, energy to digestion, and it helps your body to reset the balance from the inside out. So great stuff. If you want to know more about the biotics, I can send you a 40-minute video where this one of our Atomy distributors talks at length about how great it is for your body. And we also have Finezyme. Now, Finezyme, everyone needs Finezyme. It's not just for weight loss. You know, we think it's for weight loss because it's enzymes. And what enzymes do is they help you to dissolve the food that you eat. So it's great if you are trying to lose weight because it can help you dissolve your food faster. And once your food is dissolved, then your body is able to use the nutrients from that. If it doesn't dissolve in a certain amount of time, it ends up being fat, stored as fat, right? So just have a look at the pictures here. You see some food in a container, right? And then 3 hours later, you can see that the food on one side hasn't really decomposed as much as the container that had the Finezyme. So the thing with Finezyme, our body has enzymes which eat our food. I call them Pac-Man. But as we age, the amount of enzymes in our body, they die. So we really need to eat our enzymes as we age. Now, we also have lots of other products. As I said, not just the healthcare supplements. We have skincare and Korean skincare, and everyone in the business will tell you that this is the ultimate skincare. All the main skincare companies in the world get their skincare made or have some ingredients from Korean skincare. We also have hair care. Now, I know a lot of our customers. I just dropped someone off some of this dark green one you see. It's called Root Vital shampoo, and it helps with hair loss. Now, I experience hair loss too, but the thing is, I also experienced, you saw in my pictures, scalp psoriasis. So I use the scalp care shampoo, and that was the best shampoo I have ever used in the last 10 years that since I've had this issue. I've used everything you can imagine and at any prices too. It didn't matter if the bottle was $80 to $100. I was so embarrassed of all the flakes on my, on my clothing that it didn't matter the price. But I'm happy to say I paid $27 for this one here, and you only need one press, and one lasted me for 3 months. It's such great quality stuff. And they also have home essentials. They have things for the kitchen, things for the laundry. They have body lotion, oral toothpaste, toothbrush. It'll be the best toothpaste you've ever tasted. So give that a try. And it's just excellent that we can offer a lot of products. Now, the company Atomy, which are the only distributors of these products, Atomy is at the moment in about 28 countries. You can see here on the map. They have a headquarters in Korea, and in the Korean headquarters, there's 500 products. So if you are in a country, say Australia, and you don't have a product on your Australian website, you're able to go to the Korean website and you can shop for the products that aren't available in Australia. Right? So in Korea, over 500 products, and in most countries, they have around about 200 products each. There is a goal, though, to have 100,000 products globally. And why this is really exciting for me is because it means that this company is going to be a huge distributor. And being a big distributor is going to be fantastic for you and I as consumers. And I'm going to illustrate that to you right now, because when you've got a company that is a consumer-based company, not profit-driven, then the people benefit. For example, there's a fast food restaurant out there. I'm not going to tell you what the name of that fast food restaurant is, but have a look at the picture on the top. You've got a gentleman holding a burger, and it's this high, right? His hands are outstretched, and he's holding the burger. Well, guess what? It's him down the bottom as well. And years later, what happened to that burger? That burger shrunk less than 50% of what it was when he took the first picture. So this illustrates to you that when there are big companies out there whose main goal is just to profit, this is what you're going to get in a monopoly like that. But Atomy, let me show you how this is consumer based. Atomy puts the customer first, right? When they first started with Hemohim, Hemohim came in a box years and years ago, in a box like this, and it had 30 of these sachets. Now, as they got more members, right, as they got more members, the chairman, he negotiated with the factory, and ordering more products meant that you have a lower price. So what did he do? He added another 18 packets into the box and did not change the price. The price did not change. And then after we had more customers, what did he do? He added another 6 packets. So now we had 30, and now we have 48, and then now we have 54 packets. And today, I'm really happy to say, they added more in. So as the company keeps growing, guess what they do? They don't take away, right? They add more in. So now we've got more. So once upon a time, there were 30 sachets in that box, and now that has doubled. And that's only been in 16 years. Imagine what we're going to be able to do in another 20 years' time with things like toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, dishwashing liquid, all of those things. The more consumers we have, the more people we have that are people that buy these products, the cheaper the products are going to be for us. So we win, right? So how can you order any of these Atomy products? It's really simple. All you need to do is grab a link and complete a short form and ask the person who gave you that link to supply you with a special sponsor number. Now, when you go into the link, you're going to find an example. For example, when you sign up, it's going to give you a question. It's going to say, do you want to be a consumer? Do you want to be a distributor? Or are you global? Well, you don't choose the last one, right? But from the first two, I'll just tell you that we have about 95%, this is statistics from my own business, are customers. And we only have about 5% of distributors. So you are most welcome to start off as a customer, and if you enjoy the products, which we know you absolutely will, if and when you may never be, you may always just want to be a customer. But if you want, there is that option for you to also be a distributor, which just means you're able to collect points like flybys and you're able to cash those back in the company system. So we would just love, to have more distributors, because as you can see, our pie chart is very tiny for our distributors. So there is a picture here of me and some of the distributors here in Australia, and you can see it's only a small group. So we do need help. So for those of you out there that are watching this and you know that you could take something else on, please reach out to us as well, because we are predominantly Samoan and Cook Islander, and we service a lot of our community. And when we go to our events, we can see that, we are asking, where are all the Indian distributors? Where are all the Niuean distributors? Where are the Turkish distributors? Where are the distributors from, Pakistan? We're asking all the questions about people from all over the world. Where are your representatives to help your community and your family and friends? Right. So for those of you who want to look into that, that's another conversation that you can have with us. And being a distributor, you can collect points for cashback. There's no cost to join. There's no monthly fee, no starter pack, nothing like that. You just simply, using the link, instead of choosing customer, you just choose distributor. As easy as that. But I want to thank you all so much for your time this morning. And we're going to break out right now. I'll stop sharing and I'll also stop recording, because we can break out into a Q&A if any of you have any questions. Okay, and now I'm going to click on ask to unmute. If you want to say something, you can unmute yourself and we can go from there.
Rita, I've got Porto. She's one of my elders that I help so much. She comes through because of my life, and she's been in the company for, I think, 3 or 4 months. Porto, tala my camera. Can you open your camera, please, Mama? Let me go. Where is she?
Oh my gosh, I didn't record that. I'm looking for the stop record and I didn't record it.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Okay, so Poto, so we can click on ask to unmute, but then Poto will have to press the unmute button.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I do have a recording from yesterday. We can still use that one if anyone wants one.
Yeah. Also, I have Lavasa. She's very new. She just ordered her first box of Hemohim. She's from New Zealand.
Awesome, Lavasa.
Welcome, Lavasa. Yeah. Do you want to open your microphone and just say hello?
Just going to take a drink.
Maybe they're shy. Oh, yeah. They're shy.
Hello.
Hi, Lavasa. Nice
Hi,
to have you
City.
here.
Hi,
Do you want to
everybody.
say something?
Just wanna I say that I can't wait to use the product.
Yeah.
And I thank Sister City for referring me to one of the lady that is staying here in New Zealand. So yeah, thanks very much. I can't wait to use the product.
Yeah, I'm excited for you too.
Yeah, when she came through and she messaged me through my messenger, she spoke about the issues that she had. And Lavasa, do you want to share what the health challenges and why you really wanted to get a Hemohim? Is that all right?
Yeah, because I had breast cancer, high blood pressure. I got swollen feet as well. So and plus I have a short of breath as well. So when I saw you guys videos, and I think that I have to try that one. Let's see what can change me.
Thank God you saw the video. I'm so happy you did.
Mm,
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
thank you
Thank you for
for
sharing.
because I tried some of the products, like Meta and Asia, and that's just a waste of money. But the reason why I always spend much money on it is because I I really want to get my health back, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's why I want to try this one as well, because
Yep.
CA already explained everything and really really wants me to do it. So that's why I just pay the money to the person that is ordering for me.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Awesome, Lavasa, and I'm sure that you can't wait because you sent me a message this morning.
Yeah.
You're very excited and you just can't wait to, because you also heard other cancer testimonies that I've shared to you.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
awesome, thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for your time.
Well, so I can see that Vi is at the Atomy office in Melbourne. I saw her walking around there. And yes, can you guys see there? Looks wonderful, all the products there.
Yeah, nice. Is at the headquarters, eh?
Yep, that's that's the office in, I think it's Mulgrave, right? The one that we
Yeah.
went to. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
see Vi showing off all the products there. See that packet there? I just got that packet, ladies. The seaweed snack. I just got that one yesterday. Very yummy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone, I think we better close off. But thank you so much for coming to the meeting today. And you know, City and I are going to be doing these a couple of days or a couple of days a week to begin with. And so feel free once you when you can, to bring some people on, and then we'll just go through our uh, presentation with them, and then they can ask their own questions at the end.
Nice. Thank you, sis. That was awesome presentation.
Okay, then. Okay, lovely people. We'll say bye
Bye.
now. Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.